This is Barbara with Cana Girl Speaks podcast. My voice, your voice. Good afternoon, everybody. This is Barbara with the Cana Girl Speaks podcast, and I am so excited to be recording a brand new podcast because it's been a couple of weeks since I've recorded. And I wanted to say always thank you for always supporting the Cana Girl Speaks podcast. Continue to like and share when you see it on YouTube because I got to get my numbers up. But I thank everybody that has been watching and listening to the podcast. And so this afternoon, I have a special guest on this afternoon. I am so excited to that he took the time out to come on to the Cana Girl Speaks podcast on this afternoon. So I'm going to have him tell a little bit about himself. I'm going to introduce to you Coach Sardenia. Hello, sir.
Hi, thank you. I am. My name is Aric Sardenia. I'm the head football coach here at Corsicana High School. Just a little bit about myself. I've been coaching for 24 years, and I've been a head coach for 12 years. I've been doing this for quite a while. Excited about the opportunity here in Corsicana High School to mold young men and women. And just a little bit more about myself. I'm married. Have no kids. My dog is my kid, and love our dog. And coached in quite a few other places before I came to Corsicana. Leaf High School, Dangerfield High School, Rowlett High School, and also was graduate assistant at Angelo State University and taught in the San Angelo Independent School District. So that's a little bit about myself.
So it sounds like coaching has been your career.
It has.
It has.
I've been, when I decided I was going to become a teacher, athletics was in my blood. So just trying to see young men and young women grow in the profession of athleticism was one of the things I always wanted to do. So, and just being a part of that, I've seen a lot of good things happen in with kids just by being underneath my system in athletics. So
you said you've been coaching for 12 years, and so
head coach.
Head coach.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, correction. Mm-hmm. Head coach, and so we're gonna kind of like, and I told him, I said, this is a very relaxed podcast, so you don't have to be so tensed up about it. But I want to say first, welcome to Corsicana. We're excited to have you. Actually, everybody, he's actually I guess we don't really like to, say this, but I guess not like to say it, but he's actually the first African American head football coach for Corsicana ISD, which is a good thing. That means that we're, diversity and all that is occurring, and so that's a good thing for our community. That's a good thing for our young people, and so we do know that our young people they. Has it been I guess what I want to say about this, say to Coach Sardenia is being a head coach over the years, have you been met with challenges and just, you're coming from, I guess, was it a bigger district where you came from a small town? So, I mean, how has it been as far as coming to Corsicana, learning the community? Are we nice people?
That's
we are nice people.
That's a lot to build from. So, when I was at Rowlett High School, and there was it was at the time it wasn't a very diverse school. It's a lot more diverse now. So, and then going to Dangerfield, extremely diverse, mm-hmm. And then AD Elsik High School is probably the most diverse school I've ever coached at. I mean, we've had kids from Central America, from the continent of Africa, and then just all over the nation. So of different kids and different backgrounds. So and then if I look back on some of those kids and the communities, I've had probably more experience, in my opinion, than any coach that I've actually come across, because I've been around so many different kids. in their backgrounds, from millionaires to moms who were dads who were doctors and lawyers, to kids who actually, when you walked in their homes, you were stepping over mattresses and things like that. So, and all in between. So I always felt like that the experience that I've had, no matter what the kid's background is, I've been able to make a positive impact on those kids in the classroom and on the field. So, yes, the people in Corsicana are very, very nice. I've had that question quite a few times. I've actually had that question asked, "How is it in Corsicana?" And
I
first
mean,
of all,
folks, we're not that bad.
no,
We're really not.
right. And I don't know, I don't know any other than my experience, whether it's good or bad. I can just tell you that I've enjoyed every second I've been here since April, and I've encountered a lot of people that are extremely nice and warming, and I've been just accepted, and I appreciate
Yeah.
it. I appreciate it
So
a lot.
yay,
Yeah,
Corsicana.
yeah. I mean, it is an unbelievable feeling, just to know that you're given an opportunity to make a difference in another community. When I
Yeah.
look back on it, I've been around a circle of Texas. Building and molding young men and young women, and just to know the different kids that I've impacted already, and I still got a long time to do this
Yeah.
job. It's been really great for me because I love the job of helping kids.
Yeah,
So
so we're excited because we do know Corsicana football program has a legacy, and so we do know we bleed blue and gold, Corsicana Tigers, because that's why I tell people, I say, when you cut me, I bleed blue and gold, and so
and I've heard you say that before.
yes, yes, I do believe that. But anyway, so how has it been, as far as the young people? I mean, I know, like you said, you've been in all different districts and stuff like that. And so um are you able to start relating, having a relationship with the young people, as far as, getting them, to get on your bandwagon, as far as, not bandwagon, but just seeing your
To
vision.
adapt to my culture.
Yeah, to your
So,
culture and your
right,
vision,
right.
because our young people now, they're not like, how we were, they different, and I get it, and so how has it been?
It's actually been pretty good. The ones that have been there have been around me. The ones who, when I walked in the door the first day, accepted my vision and
Yeah.
what direction I wanted to go. They've actually been extremely helpful, in my opinion, because you can kind of see it in the way they react. Some of the things that I say when I end practice, when I begin practice. I think, you know, sometimes you never know, but you can evaluate it by just some of the things that you ask the kid to do, and then they do it.
Yeah.
I think I've always thought that the success of someone, you have to know how to communicate and articulate your information to the kids,
Yeah.
or whoever the audience is, and if you're able to do those things with a vision and understanding, I think it's in my opinion, I think it's a lot harder to not accept things if the kids don't know, or the person that you're visiting with doesn't know exactly how you're communicating that information. So I've had a lot of success with it. I see the kids bonding. I see the kids, even some of my new coaches, I can see how they're already adapting to those coaches based on my vision and our direction. So we have not had any
Like pushback or anything like
none
that.
at all. I
Yeah.
mean, the kids are really excited about what the future is holding for them. So I'm excited about that as well.
I'm excited for
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
So, what can we do as a community to help, really get behind you, as far as just our parents, because we want it to be, a team. Like you said, you
Right.
have your team, but we want like a team of community members to help with, the vision of, Tiger football, Corsicana football, because this is our community, people. It is, and we have to work together to make the program successful.
I think any coach would probably say this, as far as getting assistance and whatnot. I think the number one thing is every student, every player, every kid would in any event, whether it's athletics or not, would like to have their parents visible at events,
Oh,
whatever those
wow.
events are. Think about if you flipped that and you were the kid. It's just that support. I
Yeah.
think a lot of it is just support. There's a lot of different ways of support, whether it's, if the school calls a parent meeting, you need to find time to get there. We have in 2022 a million things going on in our lives. We understand that, but the kids understand it. I've actually asked that question to some of my players before, girls and boys, and it was the same message. I wish my mom would have been here to see me. I
Oh,
wish my
wow.
dad would have been there to do this. I wish my dad was one of those dads that actually were able to blow up the tunnel
Yeah,
and
the
things like
tunnel.
that. Kids are saying it. They may not say it to the parents, but they say that to our coaches. And so, I know sometimes our those parents see their kids as their kids because they are their kids, but we see those kids as our kids as well.
Yeah.
And so sometimes when you bond like that, the kids will tell us things that probably they wouldn't tell the parents. And so just having that support where our parents are not missing critical information. I think sometimes, and I would say our principal will probably have the same message. Everywhere I've ever gone, it's always been, man, I wish our parents were here to hear this message and things like that. So that type of support, I think, is probably the most important thing. If they're there, then obviously other things will fall in place because they're getting the information.
That's true. So I'm big on literacy, and so especially with incorporating literacy with athletics, because we do know that literacy is really lacking, especially in a lot of our male young men. Especially for a lot of athletes. Not a lot of athletes.
Right.
But I want to, the question I have for you is, how do we incorporate literacy to make sure our young men are reading, because that, it's fundamental. Reading is fundamental, and so.
So I think one of and I don't want to separate the genders or whatnot.
Yeah.
I think it's just it's programs.
Yeah.
I know from an athletic end, what we try to do in the off season is try to connect as much as we can with different different events, different things that we do structural wise in our off season, as far as like giving kids an opportunity to speak in front of others, which is one of the hardest things to do. But also kind of coach them up a little bit on how do you handle these things? How do you speak in front of others? I was that kid when I was coming out of high school, my first year in college. When I had to go to a speech class or I had to go to a class where I had to do public speaking, and I'll never forget it. I was very nervous, and it took me one day to do it. And after that, it was easy and simple for me. It came natural for me, and now it's like, let's go.
Yeah.
But giving kids an opportunity to speak, and then as far as going down to the lower levels, I know athletically what we like to do is and this will happen hopefully during the fall. We can kind of do it a little bit during the fall, but the fall is so busy football-wise. But the other programs, that's in off season, giving them opportunities to go down and read to the younger kids.
Oh, good.
I'm a huge guy when it comes to giving kids an opportunity to read, in front of others, and do it with the young kids. Case in point, had a kid last year. Coach, I'm nervous. I don't read very well. Well, we take him down there, and after he left, he said, Coach, I can't believe how well I did reading in front of those other kids. I said, you got to remember, those are elementary kids, too. You don't have to be all nervous, and whatnot. And he loved it, and he was one of my kids who went every time. So normally we try to mix kids in, but when I would say, hey, guys, we got a reading next Thursday, hey, Coach, can I go?
Yeah.
So, giving kids those type of opportunities. I know there's other little curriculums that you can use. I know there's book studies and things like that that we can use to kind of help from the athletic end. But overall picture of it, having our athletic program help others, I think helps that as
Yeah.
well, that connection athletically with the academic end of it. So.
Yeah. So right now you're pretty busy right now getting ready for the
Yeah.
schedule.
Yeah, it's
You
pretty
know,
busy.
so
Yeah. But I'm not the only one in the state of Texas that actually know that it's a busy time for us.
Yeah.
So, we start football next Monday, and so just trying to prepare for all of that is it becomes a little time consuming. But we know that we're doing this for the kids. So whatever we can do to get ready for all that, we're going to do whatever it takes.
So you have a mom's
So mom's football 101 clinic.
Yeah.
That'll be tomorrow between 5 and 6 o'clock.
So it'll already be done happening after
Yeah.
the podcast gets pushed out. So but just tell, but still, just those that probably won't go to it or can't make it. What is that mom's clinic? What is it about?
Well, just so that I don't scare too many moms away, as I actually had to try to get a little bit more communication out there about that because basically what it is to try to give the moms an opportunity to know what their son does throughout the course of the year.
Oh, that's
Whether
good.
that's showing them a calendar and saying, hey, at this point in time, your son will be in our off season. He'll be doing boot camp at this time, and then show the parents kind of what we do in our boot camp, and then also just to give the parents an opportunity to see our coaches. This player A, he's a running back, so we knew that mom was actually in the audience.
Yeah.
We'll show player A's mom what her son will be doing in a drill.
Okay.
So they say, okay, so my son does this. This is what he's
Yeah.
doing up there. We spend a lot of time with those kids.
Yeah.
We want the moms to know what we're doing with their son.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
well,
it's just to
that's
give them a platform to see kind of what we're doing with the kids.
And that'll be a way also for you to, like you said, for the moms, and we all say dads.
Yeah.
We don't want to just,
Right.
well, you say it's a mom's clinic.
It's a mom's clinic, but it is not. But we again, we've had this question that's come up before as well. That if the mom can't come there, the dad can come.
Okay.
So
yeah.
we didn't put that information out there, but
Yeah, we don't want to be gender biased. We don't want to do that.
Right. But it's accepted.
Yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because them dads, they'll roll up on you. Like what you doing. Hey.
Right.
So
Yeah.
anyway, but I commend you for doing
Grandmother,
that. Your grandmothers.
it doesn't really matter.
Doesn't matter.
Right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a good thing. So it looks like that Coach Sardenia is really trying to reach out to the parents in the community. To get. And I guess to say get the buy-in to make sure that y'all know exactly what's going on with your child,
Right.
And so parent involvement is very important. And so I would hope that, you help him, help the coach, help all the other coaches, with, your son or your daughter, as far as in that area. So Coach Sardenia, see, wasn't that bad? I just wanted to bring you on.
Yeah.
So that the community can once again see you, because they've seen your picture on the newspaper and all that, and we had a community gathering.
He does exist.
Yeah. Not too long ago, so people can come and meet him, and so we're just excited to have you here in the city of Corsicana and within Corsicana ISD. So I wish you nothing but success. I know the pressure's going to be on.
There's no pressure. Pressure only happens when you're not prepared. As long as you're prepared, there's no pressure.
So y'all come out and support, Corsicana Tigers, because, like I said, we love our Corsicana Tigers.
We pack the stands.
We
got to pack the stands.
Pack the stands. Y'all support, support, not just the football team, but support, the Calicos, support the band,
Right.
Because that energy in the stands, when you hear the music and all that, makes a big difference for our kids.
Right.
So I always give my guests, and I want to say once again, thank you again for coming on.
Thank you.
And I always give my guests an opportunity to give their shout outs to anybody I'd like to give the shout outs to. So give you shout outs.
Shout out to all the coaches at Corsicana High School.
What about you? And shout out to your wife.
Hi, baby. Shout out to you too. Of course. I'll never leave you out.
So when is the first official game? Are y'all having a scrimmage?
We have a scrimmage August the inter squad August the 6th.
So that's
the first one.
I knew they always do. They
There you
always
go.
do that. Yeah, they always do August because the back to school rally is the same day. The same day. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So y'all can come and see them. Do their little scrimmage on August the 6th.
5 o'clock.
5 o'clock. In the evening?
5 o'clock in the evening.
Oh, it's gonna be hot.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be a little
Usually
warm.
they happen
but
in the mornings.
Yeah. We just, we had photos Friday night. We had photos Friday night, and there's a quick turnaround.
Oh
so
my goodness.
we had to push it to the evening as much as possible.
So y'all make sure you bring plenty of water and all that because it's gonna be hot.
Yeah. It'll be a little different for all of us.
So when is the first actual football game?
I want to say it's August the 26th, I believe.
Okay.
And don't quote me. Is a Thursday, August 26th, I believe.
For varsity
for
or
varsity.
For varsity on a Thursday?
It's on a Thursday.
Oh wow.
Right.
Wow.
Our first game is a Thursday.
First game is on a Thursday. So y'all check the schedules and y'all pack the stands.
Right.
Because we want to support our Corsicana Tigers. But anyway, with that being said, I want to say thank you always for supporting the Cana Girl Speaks podcast. We're getting ready to embark on another school year. So I know everybody's excited about that. And so I know our kids are excited because everything, they've changed the dress codes and all that. So that's a good thing. So anyway, well, thank you always, like I said, for supporting the Cana Girl Speaks podcast. Y'all have a safe week and a good weekend, and we'll see you soon. Thank you.
Thank you.
This is a Legacy Recording Studio production.